Guys, so today I'm gonna be reacting to memes we can all relate to, so let's just get right into the video. When you didn't bring your phone because you thought you only had to pee. Oh my god, this is so relatable. Like seriously, that moment when you sit down and you're like, my phone, now what am I gonna do? What? Honestly, you're just so lost with life. You're just like, there's newspaper. Should I read the newspaper? Can you guys relate to this? Tell me in the comments down below if you guys can relate to this. When the dishwater is nasty, but you gotta put your hand in to let the water out. That is honestly so true, because after washing everything mushy is down there and it's just, oh okay, it's just not good to feel. And that's why you start wearing gloves. You start wearing those dish gloves. That's what I learned. And then you can let the water out without feeling any of the nasty stuff. Just get some dishwashing gloves. When people add you in a group chat and text for hours. Oh my gosh, you feel like you're just a third wheeler and you're just like, okay, cool. And can anyone relate to this? But every time I start talking in a group chat, nobody replies, and I'm just like, okay, that is kind of sad. I mean, you were talking 10 seconds ago, and then when I talk, nobody replies. That's just sad. That is my life. That is honestly my life. I just don't understand. Every time I start talking, everybody disappears, and I'm like, where did you guys all go? Seriously, you were here like 10 seconds ago. What happened to you guys? Did somebody kidnap you guys or something? OMG, I'm laughing so hard. LOL, I'm crying. OMG, I can't breathe. And in reality, your face is just like this. LOL, I can't breathe. Ha 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 ha. So funny. When you tap your pockets but don't feel your phone. You get that mini heart attack when you're like, where's my phone? But in reality, you're like holding it in your hand or something. It's just like when you have your glasses here and you're like, where's my glasses? But your glasses are on top of your head. When you're 45 weeks deep on Instagram and you nearly accidentally like a picture. When you're stalking your crush and you nearly accidentally like his picture. That mini heart attack, right? Yes, thank gosh you didn't like it. After the exam, when everyone discussing answers and you wrote nothing similar. That is me when they're arguing about whether 21 is correct or 23 is correct, and you're like, but I wrote potato as my answer. How did you guys get 21? Seriously, my answers are always so off. When your headphones are broken and you find that position that's just right to get them to work. Yes, when you have to like bend it and be delicate with it and then it finally works and you have to keep it at that same position, so then you let go really lightly. Yeah, this is just too relatable. I can relate to all of these. This is my life. These memes explain my life. When you go to take the trash out in the middle of the night and you hear something in the bushes. Oh my gosh, when you hear something at night, or when you're at home at night and it's dark and you need to go to the kitchen to get some water, but then you hear something in the kitchen and you're like, oh my gosh, someone is in the house, and you run for it. The dark is just a scary place. Me before showering, I don't want to shower. Me once in the shower, I live here now. Yes, once you're in the shower, you're like, I belong here. I don't ever want to get out. It's so comfortable and nice. I can sleep here. When you invite your crush out and all of a sudden your friend becomes a comedian. Why?
Why weren't you funny around me? Why are you funny around my crush?
When you buy a movie ticket and they say enjoy your movie and you say you too. This is honestly my life. Or when someone's like happy birthday and you're like you too. That is just my life. I'm the awkwardest potato ever. Awkwardest? I'm the most awkward potato ever. When your friend says he and you go outside and they aren't there. I remember in school when it was recess and then I would be the one to sit there first and no one would be there and I would just be waiting for my friends and I'll be like, so when are they coming? Are they coming? Why is it taking them so long? It's just always so sad to be at the table first because you're so lonely and you're just like, please, someone please come soon. When your parents make a joke and you need money. This is when you start laughing. This is when you're like, oh my gosh, you're so funny, mum and dad. When your mum tells you to go in the store to buy something and gives you $10 but the total comes to $12.38. Or when your mum tells you to wait in line but you don't have money and then your turn comes and you're like, where's my mom? I don't have money though. What am I supposed to do? I have never panicked more in my life. It's just so embarrassing because you have no money but all your food is on the cart and you're just like, yeah, I don't have money. My mom has the money. When you realize someone ate the food you were hiding in the fridge. I was hiding it for a reason, so you don't eat it, so I can come back home and eat it, so I can be happy. But nope, you took away my happiness. How dare you? After you get a free sample and you pretend you might actually buy it. Oh my gosh, this is so true. When they give you something and you're like, oh, this smells nice. Oh, this smells really nice. But I guess not today, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, you just don't know what to do because that person is looking at you and you're like, how do I get out of this? Well, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below which meme you were able to relate to. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!